There was a break-in in the house. He heard it in the middle of the night, came in through the window.
Yeah, Norm.
When Norm went and he addressed what was going on in his kitchen, he punched the bear in the nose.
What?
The bear.
It wasn't a person that was breaking into his house?
Bear broke into the house. Norm took it on. Norm is 80 years old.
What?
Norm fought the bear. The bear got a hold of him a couple of times. While he was punching the bear in the nose, the bear got his hand in his mouth, but Norm was able to pull it out. Norm was okay.
Wait a minute. The bear got Norm's hand in his mouth?
Yeah.
Norm.
Yeah, but Norm's like, ain't no bear going to be around my house. I got my little wife in the bedroom.
Right?
I'm going to protect. And he wound up getting a little award for it.
He should have.
Yes.
Anybody, much less, at 80, taking on a bear.
80 years old.
Wow.
Man, just think if that was a person.
Wow. Oh, they would have stood a chance.
No, not with Norm, I'm telling you.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I have a sneezing fit whenever I'm drug into a Bath and Body Works.
Oh,
it just happens.
Love it. I walk in and it's like, oh, it's especially this time of year.
Yeah, I read they have like 100 holiday Christmas scents, and I'm like, number one, how do you have that many for Christmas? Isn't it just the pine tree and that's about it?
Oh, no.
The Christmas tree.
No. Okay, so just some of the scents that they have are frosted cranberry. Then they have frosted coconut snowball.
Were they trying to make a Thanksgiving feast? I mean, what is this?
Kind of. Like there's some that smell like sugar cookies, snickerdoodles, cookies with Santa Claus.
Oh, so now we're talking food.
Exactly.
I thought this was candles.
It is. I mean, there's all kinds of balsam, which it smells like.
What's that?
A Christmas tree. It smells like a Christmas tree. There's one called The Perfect Christmas. Now, I don't know what that scent would be, because it's got to be different for everybody. Some people have lasagna on Christmas. Does it smell like lasagna? Or does it smell like cinnamon and cranberries? And
I don't know.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
I just get sensory overload walking in that place.
Oh, it's the best ever.
I can't. And then I sneeze and I got to walk out. It's just...
I can see that.
Do you? I mean...
No, not at all. Like I
can't
but I
handle
don't
it.
have allergies.
Especially 100 different scents just for Christmas.
But
man.
To me, when you walk in, you don't smell. It's not like everything merges together. It's just.
Oh, yeah, it does.
To me, it's just a lovely smell.
No, it merges together, and I'm like, just what happened?
I love
scents
it.
just barfed all over the air.
No.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm so looking forward to you winning. This whole decking your halls or the exterior of the front of your home is going to be decked out for Christmas with a professional coming over to do all the lights and the decorations for you.
I love this. It's that time of year. You start thinking, you start planning how you're going to decorate. Maybe you're the person that has done it the same way for a while. Why not let a professional come in and just change things up a little bit?
Actually, line your roof with lights. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, by the way, you're winning this. Did we mention that?
Oh, yeah.
You're winning this.
A professional.
I don't know how you would have it done. Be kind of neat to hear at 800-447-7234. But if you want to win it, it's very easy to win.
Yeah. All you have to do is text the word Christmas. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? 800-447-7234. Open the My His Radio app. Go to hisradio.com. All the info is there for decking your halls. Do it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
When I go to these places, I just get coffee. But evidently, if you're like Liz, you get the frou-frou. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio, especially since it's the Christmas season.
Yeah, exactly. And Starbucks today is the day you can get not only your Christmas cups, which make me very happy to see the Christmas cups and all the red and green and all that good stuff, but they also have their Christmas flavors. And they have the ones that they've had for a couple years. Now, we'll say this. Salted caramel mocha is no longer on the list, and I'm very sad about that. I think they stopped selling it last year.
Did you say salt?
Salted caramel mocha.
Ooh, salt and...
Caramel.
Ew.
And you're not a caramel fan, so you just don't...
No, it sticks to the roof of my mouth. I don't want that stuff.
But salted caramel, it's so good. Anyway, they don't have it anymore, but I'll move on. They do have like a chestnut praline latte, which I hear is really good. But this year, if you have a lactose intolerance, they have a new drink for you in time for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice of them.
I know.
So what makes this different from the McDonald's? Because they got the McCafe, and they've got their little holiday lineup, and Dunkin' Donuts has, I'm sorry, they're no longer Dunkin' Donuts, it's just Dunkin'.
Yeah.
They have their little holiday lineup.
Well,
I think Popeyes has their own holiday lineup. Seems like
the
they
red
all
and
do
green
now.
chicken.
Yeah. Oh, yummy.
Ew. But no, because it's today, and the Starbucks
Yeah.
cups, I just love the cups.
Well,
I
good
know
for you.
Last year I was
Try
going.
what is that called? The McCafe?
Oh, I will. Anywhere I go, if they have like the Christmas drinks with all the fruit, as long as they do it sugar-free, as long as I can get it sugar-free, fat-free, then I'm good.
You got to still pay for it.
Well, yeah, they're not going to give it to me.
You just said free.
Well, free calories.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I'm sure by now you've seen how popular the tiny house living has become for a lot of people. I don't know if you're into that or not. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. But now there's this craze that is coming out, and it's a pontoon boat. You know, pontoon boats. Got a couple of things on each side and then there's whatever in the middle. Now somebody said, we're going to give you the tiny home type of living on a pontoon boat. If you like the VW bus, we'll put the VW bus on a pontoon boat, and there you go. You've got a great place to live.
But you know, they have other options too. Like you can be in an Aston Martin, which is that cool car from the James Bond movies.
You can't live in the car, but, I mean,
But you could drive it around. That would be so James
on a
Bondish.
pontoon boat.
Right? Or a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, crazy.
Can't live in a Mini Cooper.
Lamborghini is one of them.
Right? I know.
Man, they're really trying to go out here. So here's the thing. If you know anybody that wants one of these things, if they do an investment, they do an investment of $1,000, they say, hey, listen, your first order, $5,000 off.
But $5,000 off what? That's
I
my
know.
question.
I know.
Why?
One person said it could be $50,000 for one of these things.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so you're paying if that's your thing and you have that kind of dime, then you do get a $5,000 discount. And that, to me, that's a pretty big, that's a 10% discount. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. And you're investing $1,000 and getting a return, pretty nice return.
Yeah. Now, the car doesn't have wheels. It literally is a pontoon boat.
It's a boat.
It's the thing. So there you go.
But it's a boat that looks like a Lamborghini. Yes, please. Where do I sign?
Or the VW bus.
Yeah, but I need the money before I sign.
You kind of need the dough because it's a lot of it needed.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
The International Space Station, they were growing, chili peppers. And this is the first chili peppers they grew in space. And they celebrated by making those MRIs that they have in space, whatever they are, and they made a little taco feast out of it.
I just don't see this as a good idea. Astronauts in space and you're serving them tacos.
Close quarters.
There's so many things wrong with this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they did what now?
Yep.
What?
So you got the tacos, and so you've got the nice, taste in your mouth and space, and then the tight quarters with sounds and smells afterwards. I get it. I understand where you're going.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't understand. But if, tacos are your jam, I guess, however long you're on the International Space Station, maybe you have a craving.
I'm sure. Well,
tacos.
the food's kind of bland.
It is.
It's in bags.
Or out
know?
of a toothpaste tube, basically.
Oh, that's right. You just
Ice
squirt
cream
it in
that
your
way.
mouth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That would be.
So they
the
need some
worst
kind
part
of
it.
feast.
Tacos, maybe not. Maybe a pulled pork sandwich, not
Yeah, right?
a taco.
But they're growing things now.
Which is super cool.
Which was the deal. It was like, hey, we're able to grow this. This is the first chili pepper we grew in space.
Grow a tomato next time. A potato. I'm just saying.
Potato.
Grow something.
Give yourself a nice little steak meal.
I know, but if you are into tacos, you know what today is.
Today.
It's Taco Day at Taco Bell.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's back. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Last year, they did have the parade, but nobody was allowed to be there.
Yeah, scaled down, which
scaled.
That didn't bother me because I've never been to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I've only seen it on TV. So you still had the see on TV experience.
Yeah, but is it your tradition to have it on
It's on in the background.
Yeah.
I really kind of only see glimpses of it.
I will say,
That's
because
it.
I'm usually putting together a Thanksgiving meal,
Yeah.
and so I don't have time to sit there and watch everything, but it is back full force this year. They even have a couple of new balloons. Baby Yoda is going to be in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, that's neat to see.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited about that.
Oh,
But
Mandalorian thing.
I know the whole Mandalorian, but yeah, it's back at Herald Square right there, outside of Macy's, 34th Street. The whole experience is back, and people are going to be able to be there.
For those who go to watch it, it's neat.
Yeah.
Because last year didn't seem different to me. It wasn't that different. There wasn't like the big crowds and stuff like that, but they still had the balloons. They still had some of the marching that was going on, and there's still all the performances that were there that was lip synced.
Yeah, well, they're always
Right?
lip sync, but I did miss the crowd because most of the time, like you'll have some of the reporters, the Al Roker or whatever, that goes out into the crowd and talks to people.
That's kind of neat,
and
but
you get that, but
I didn't miss it.
yeah, well,
I didn't miss it. By the way, I wish I had one of his songs so that I could connect the dots. Torrin Wells. If you know who Torrin Wells is,
Until gray. Okay,
What was that?
Stop it. I was doing Gary LaVox's part.
It's something like that. Okay, but anyway, now I hope you'll be excited that he's going to be there.
He's going to sound a whole lot better, obviously.
Yeah, Torrin Wells. So
Even
he'll be a
lip-sync.
part of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year.
Until gray.
Oh, man.
Broke these chains.
I'm so sorry.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
If you are the one that's planning it this year, you're going to need some extra information for that party. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Specifically, Airbnb. So, for instance, if you're planning to go somewhere over Christmas and New Year's break, and you're thinking, okay, New Year's Eve, we're going to be in such town, we need an Airbnb. Airbnb has cracked down big time. I mean, huge, because people have ruined houses on New Year's Eve. I mean, just think.
Having
Okay?
parties?
Yeah, doing all this stuff. And so one of the strict rules, I mean, they're really strict. They're really strict on getting an Airbnb on New Year's Eve. So it's like, number one, you have to have like a great history of positive reviews.
Okay, I get
Of being
that.
a customer.
Sure.
So that's what, and they got other things too. You can look on their Airbnb site and you'll see all of that. I'm not going to give you a laundry list of stuff. It's just really strict. Already 100 people have been turned away.
For New Year's Eve parties? And when,
Not just a party, just booking an Airbnb.
Oh, just booking it in general.
Yeah, so that if there are thoughts of parties, that, hey,
That's
it
next.
ain't going to happen here. We got to protect those who have Airbnbs.
If I'm renting out my house, or even, if I were fortunate enough to be able to have a second house that you would rent out.
Yeah, some people
for
have
an
investments
Airbnb.
of those. Yeah.
Exactly. I would want it taken care of, and I would want to do anything I could to protect
I probably
that
would
house.
not offer it for that kind of a holiday.
Yeah, because you can black out certain dates.
4th of July, those kind of dates, even though they would probably be big money, it's like, I don't want my house to be ruined.
Well, it's not big
I
money
was at
if they're ruining
one
it.
Airbnb when we visited my mother-in-law a couple of years ago before she passed away, and we noticed, why is there spaghetti all over some of the walls here?
Oh, my goodness.
It was just sporadic. It wasn't all over the place. So we called the host and said, listen, we just want to let you know, there's spaghetti on the walls. That's not us. They said, oh, we know. It was the people before you. And we had to really clean the place up. They trashed it.
Now, was it spaghetti like, when I'm making spaghetti
No.
noodles, I'm checking?
They
and
had
I-
a food fight. And then they clogged up the pool filter and all this other stuff.
with
it was
spaghetti?
Whatever they were clogging it up with. It was just,
my
yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, so I see why Airbnb is wanting to protect
Absolutely.
those who, yeah.
Got no problem with that.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Amanda's along with us at 800-447-7234. What's on your mind, Amanda?
So y'all were talking about the Airbnb, and I was just wondering what statistics were for the rental campers. I don't know if you've noticed on the interstate, but these RVs that they say Tour America, and you can call this number and rent this camper.
I would hope they would have strict things for that, too.
I don't know that I've seen a rental camper.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere. I mean, during the pandemic, it became big. The sale of RVs and the rental of RVs.
But I just wondered, because even like through the online, I can't think of the name. There's a website you can go and for a rental by owner, FRBO, I think is what it is. You can go there and rent a camper already parked and set up like at the beach.
Yeah, those are so nice because you don't have to drive. You don't have to worry about parking and all that stuff. It's already done for you.
I just wonder how strict the rules are with New Year's and stuff like that, because fixing a camper is expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you thinking you're going to do for New Year's Eve?
Probably go to Dollywood. We've had season tickets since 1990. So we typically go to Dollywood on holidays.
That's going to be so much fun, especially with all the Christmas lights they have up.
But the crowds get terrible.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
James is along with us at 800-447-7234. What's going on there, James?
Hey, I was just listening to the lady ask a question about the RV rental, and we rent ours through Outdoorsy, and they do have different guidelines and regulations about where you can go, where you can't go. Like, for example, ours, we don't allow pets, and we don't allow smoking or places that do parties and stuff like that. So it is a place where you can rent RVs and be safe with it, and they do have some strict guidelines.
I'm so curious how you got into RVing.
Started camping with a tent, and then we moved up small camper pop-up, and now we have a 25-footer, and we also have a small 13-footer that we take on longer trips.
That sounds like so much fun.
Oh, it is. It is. We went out to Yellowstone this year in May.
What place is on your bucket list?
Well, for me, Yellowstone was it. I wanted to go to Yellowstone. I went. We saw grizzlies. We saw bison. We saw wolves and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, man. Now I want to get one.
You wanted to get one for a while.
Well, our family has, we would like to get one, so we had some medical stuff that came up this year. It looks like it might not be till maybe 2022, 23.
Well, maybe this is
summer.
an option. You can rent one and
That's a great idea.
I think so too.
But it just sounds like a blast to do, Travel the country.
See it all.
Yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Robinson is a lobster man, and he was out just doing his thing, trying to bring in the catch, make a little money, have a little dinner, and he caught something that he'd probably heard about for years. I don't know if he'd ever seen one in person. He caught a cotton candy lobster. Cotton candy lobster. I'd never heard of anything like that before in my life.
They call it that because of what they taste like?
No. Oh, that would be weird. No.
It would be weird. Cotton candy flavored lobster.
No, it looks like cotton candy. The colors of cotton candy, like the light purple, the light pink, the light blue, the white, all kind of mixed up together. Almost iridescent is what this lobster looks like. I didn't know these things existed, but evidently in his town, they had seen one maybe 20 or so years ago. He didn't, because I thought, did he take it home and have it for dinner? Because I hope not. He didn't. He's putting it in not a museum, but an aquarium.
Oh, well, nice.
So other people can
enjoy the cotton lobster.
Well, yeah, a cotton candy lobster.
Cotton candy,
yeah.
not the cotton lobster. Cotton candy lobster.
Yeah, so I think, kids that have maybe heard about it their whole lives, they can show up and actually see one for real and in person.